So on October 8th, I came to work. Again, like I said, my job at United Hatzalah is to tell the United Hatzalah story to the donors who provide us with the resources to help save lives. So I said, I gotta go down to Tzomet Heletz, and I walk in, and Eli Beer's son-in-law, Aaron Ben Arush, says, Katzenstein, wow, you came just in time. And I'm like, what for? He's like, ambulance, I think 66, psychotrauma crisis response. I'm like, whoa, changing gears. So I go to the ambulance, and I open the door, and there's a chayal, a soldier, screaming. I've been hit in the face, in the arm, don't touch. And I'm like, whoa, because he's already been what we call trauma stripped. He's wearing just his underwear and whatever. He's totally, he's not physically injured. There's no blood. And I'm like, someone tell me what's happening here, because I'm not processing this right yet. He's like, he was next to a friend of his who got a bullet in the face and was killed. And he was sure, it's combat stress. This is acute stress reaction to the highest level. This is what we trained for. I mean, I've never seen it at this level. I've seen 8s and 9s. This is a 10 plus. This is the off the charts reaction. And once I knew that he had seen something, he had been traumatized, he's having an acute stress reaction, I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. I said, I'm the commander here. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you're the commander of what? You know? And but that got his attention because he was out. He was out to lunch. He was somewhere else. And he looks at me and our eyes lock, which is one of the first things you look for. Can the person focus on you? And I said, I need mefaked bo. I'm the commander. And he's like, commander of what? I'm like, I'm commander of Yichidat Chosen. I'm the commander of the psychotrauma crisis response team because I am the senior psychotrauma responder here. I need you to listen to me. Okay. The next two things were, seeing it was like a miracle. Two key things that we do in every trauma situation. You are safe now. You are safe now. That incident is over. Now, there are still missiles falling. There's still plenty of things that are risky that could happen. But the incident that you were involved in is over. You are safe now. Those two truisms are vital to interdict and prevent the acute stress reaction for developing into an acute stress disorder, which of course meets its big bad brother of post-traumatic stress disorder. And that interdiction was so vital. And to see him go, I can't, I'm like, the incident is over. You are safe now. It's like, whoa. You just saw the stress like sort of melting off of him. You know, he went from being like a crying baby to being a fighter. And I don't know, within 15 minutes, he's like, where's my gun? I want to go back. I want to get dressed into uniform. And I was like, we did something awesome. When I went back to Tzomet Heletz with my brother-in-law and my kids, everything was there the way I remembered it, except for the green. And then I looked down and I saw among the green things growing, I saw like an IV bag that had been, you saw the medical trash that had just been missed in the cleanup. And I was like, it's still here. And that's when I realized that it was still here. And then I took my two sons And I put my arms around them. And like I walked towards where we had the treatment station. And I just took a deep breath of the clean air and I hugged them. And I felt such closure. And that's when I realized what a powerful experience I had been through. And frankly, what I was zoche to be a part of. We were in a fight for our lives. You know, and I was there. So, shoulder to shoulder, religious, secular, didn't make a difference. We're brothers and sisters, arm in arm, doing stuff for the Jewish people at our hardest time. And it was like, yeah, we did that. It was like, I told my kids, I said, don't forget this. You were here through me, It was just awesome.